Getting fat is almost a benefit to every corporation in America. And people think that this agenda is being pushed because the government cares about our feelings. What? No, they could give a damn about how we feel. They just want our money.
Subscribe to this channel in case you are watching this channel and have not subscribed.
Is it okay to be fat?
No, I don't think it's good for people to be unhealthy.
I think it's okay to be fat. You know, everyone has different lifestyle habits and their bodies are built differently. So
What do you guys think about Lizzo? Do you think she's like healthy?
Fuck yeah. She's vegan. Like, she's active. I'm seeing her on TikTok. She's dancing. She's working out.
Do you think
What?
Lizzo is healthy?
No,
Why don't you think Lizzo is healthy?
because she's overweight.
What do you think about like Lizzo? Do you think she's healthy?
Yeah, I know she's big, like a bigger woman, but I don't know, like, if she actually eats really good. Like, she might eat better than me, so she could be.
Do you think it's okay to be fat?
I don't think it's okay to be like 1,000 pounds.
It doesn't matter how you look as long as you're healthy.
Everyone has a different body type.
Do you think you can be healthy?
See, that everyone has a different body type. Yeah, I do agree with that. But Lizzo, being as big as Lizzo is not a body type. Like, if you have big thighs or like big titties or, you know, broad shoulders or something like that, like you're actually big boned, then yeah, everyone's got a different body type, or depending on your height and shit also. But whenever you look like Lizzo, that is not a body type. That is not being able to control your food or your exercise. That is the only thing that could possibly happen. Well, I guess medication too. But even then, work out, do something. You're obviously doing something wrong. And I doubt it's medication with Lizzo. I think she's just a lazy bum.
And obese at the same time?
No, those things are almost opposites in a lot of ways.
I think you can, just because a lot of times it is super mental, and it is literally
No,
genetic,
what?
where like sometimes you're eating healthy and your body literally, that's just how you look like. I think people have like health issues that cause them to like not be able to lose weight as easily as others.
Do you think you can be healthy and obese?
I think it's a yes and no, because I know some fat people that literally are super healthy, like eat the best
Literally,
and
huh?
everything. They just can't lose weight. So I think yes.
She's a doctor. She examined them. She knows.
People have to work way harder to be like more in shape, I guess.
So what if someone is like has high blood pressure, high cholesterol?
Buddy on the left reminds me of one of the Krasensteins. I don't know if y'all know who that is. They're on Twitter. They're almost pushed to everybody. I don't think that they're as bad as most people do. They've said some really, really suspect shit, like Brian Cranston talking about how a stranger dancing in front of your kid naked is the same thing as the dad walking in front of his kid naked, which is weird as fuck. Like, they've said some really weird shit like that, but 90% of their posts, I get what they're saying. They're trying to play both sides of the fence. They're trying to give perspective, and I respect that. But sometimes they're just too biased whenever it comes to some things, especially Trump.
Falls in that obese category, would you still consider them healthy?
no.
I think healthy like depends on multiple things, like mental, physical, like, you know, your nutrition, like.
Yeah, it depends on multiple things, but one thing definitely matters just as much as the other things. Like, if your mental is okay, but your physical is bad, that doesn't mean you're healthy. You're still unhealthy.
Certain weight comes with certain health complications, so I don't know if those two can coexist, but I bet you those people sure are happy.
If you actually care about people, don't
Yeah.
lie to them. Like, if I had a loved one that was overweight, I would want them to lose weight.
Right.
I think everybody's like that, so.
Because it's unhealthy.
Not everybody.
Because you're going to die sooner. You get cancer. I mean, like, I lost parents because they gained weight and they weren't healthy. Like,
The consensus is
See, it's motherfuckers like that that understand, because they've actually went through the hardships of it. These motherfuckers don't even think about the hardships that people have to go through because you are okay, because you uplift, or the body positivity movement, or all the promoting and shit that's going on with obese people. They don't even think about that because they just care about their own feelings, because they want to be empathetic and think about someone else's feelings, but they're not being empathetic towards the people that are around the one individual that can't control their eating or their exercise.
it's so you can be healthy and obese.
Yeah, I mean,
Even if you have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, on the verge of a
that
stroke.
might not be your fault.
But that's genetic too. That could just get passed on to me, and I'm.
It could, 100%.
Bro,
But
what?
at the same time, people who are obese all have those same things in common.
Fair. I can't really argue with that. That's true.
Body positive.
At least it was honest. The thing that annoys me is how people want to pretend like just because they have it harder that they don't have to try. Like, no, you still have to try. It sucks that you have it harder, and I have empathy for you because you have to because you have to work harder to get what a regular person gets, you know, regularly. But that doesn't mean that you just don't get to do it. Like, imagine if fucking poor people, well, I mean, I guess they do that, but imagine like fucking broke people, if they just thought like, well, I'm just broke, I'll never make money, I'll never be able to find a way to make money, so I'll just be homeless and live on the streets until I starve or die from heat exhaustion or something. Imagine if, I mean, like I said, the people do that, but it's not a norm. Like, if you don't have money, people tell you to go make money, people tell you to find a job or do something. They aren't just like, well, I'm sure they're happy because they're poor. I'm sure they're happy because they don't gotta work a 9 to 5. Like, no, you know they're miserable, just like you should know an obese person is miserable. I'm the biggest that I've ever got right now. I'm not even overweight. Well, I walk around underweight, that's just like how my body type is. So I'm average right now, which right now I'm a little chunky, but it makes me feel so miserable inside. And all I have is like 10 extra pounds on me, if that. I don't see how you in the fuck you could get as big as some of these people and walk around acting like you feel normal. Like, you know you don't. You can't even walk up a flight of stairs without running out of breath. And you think you feel good? Like, I know Lizzo, she dances and shit and she's active, but that doesn't, even if you're active and your cardio's up, that does not mean that you aren't putting pressure on your joints or your arteries.
Positivity, do you think it creates like a population of more fat people?
No.
Yes.
Because body positivity isn't like, yeah, just go gain a fuck ton of weight.
It is.
It's a community for people to, like, I don't know.
Do you think
I don't know. Whatever she was gonna go with, I'm assuming that it's just to tell people that to uplift people, to let them know that just because they're bigger, that they're still loved. And I get that. Yeah, that makes sense. But that's how it started out, as like a Trojan horse, and now it got to the point to where people are just using it as an excuse to be fat, or they're going out of their way to get fat so they can get popularity off of it.
body positivity creates like a population of more fat people?
Yes. Because
honesty,
no one is getting shamed for their body size as often anymore.
So do you think body positivity creates a population of more fat people?
It can, like
it
if you
does.
use it as an excuse.
There's someone that's obese and they look at body positivity and they're like, oh, it's okay for me to be like this, and they don't take any action. Do you think that's okay?
Not necessarily, no.
I don't think that's okay. Like fat mannequins in stores, I don't think that creates a positive thinking.
Everyone has different body types and different bones.
What about fat models on magazines, or just fat anything? Like they are trying to make it inclusive. They're trying to make it the norm, which is crazy to me how no one is seeing a problem with that. Like people are so dumb that they're being tricked with their feelings so much that they can't even see that whoever is pushing these ads or this agenda is doing it to benefit off of us and our unhealthy lifestyles, whether it's us paying more food for money, whether us having to spend more money on gym memberships that we're not going to use, whether it's us having to spend more money on medication or doctor's appointments or anything, clothing, new clothing. Like getting fat is almost a benefit to every corporation in America. And people think that this agenda is being pushed because the government cares about our feelings. What? No, they could give a damn about how we feel. They just want our money.
Bone structures, honestly,
Also
too,
true.
which can make you look more obese,
Like wider rib cages or bigger hips. Like that's just your body. That's not even food at that point.
Yeah.
I think body
Even if you-
positivity is a good thing.
Even if you're obese?
Even if you're obese, yes.
but not if you're unhealthy.
I don't think getting fatter is going to
That's
help
the
that. I
same.
think that actually makes your problems worse. Like you're unhappier and you're more self-conscious and you're not feeling good about your body, right? So if people want to be happy, they should lose weight because that makes you happier. Like you're lighter, and I lost like 20 pounds in the last 6 months.
Good job, man.
The number one thing I notice is that like I'm just in a better mood, you know? You just
Right.
feel better.
What would
The one thing that I got hung up on with the last girls is that they were saying that you could be obese as long as you're healthy. That's like saying you can smoke cigarettes as long as you're healthy, or you can drink alcohol as long as you're healthy. Like, yeah, a couple here and there might not hurt you. A couple shots every other day might not hurt you. But if you do that shit consistently for a while, it'll start to affect you in the long run, if not permanently, just like obesity.
What would you do if your kids were fat?
I let them be fat. I would not instill an eating disorder in them and encourage them to
Instill.
like lose weight or whatever, unless it was becoming like a general like problem.
Why do some parents do that?
Because they're trying to like form to societal standards.
What would you
Right,
do
not
if your
health.
kids were fat?
They wouldn't be.
Why?
Well, because like they would just eat healthy.
I would try to get my kids to eat healthy and lose weight because honestly, it's just difficult. It's worse on your joints. It's worse on your bones. So
These
it's like
two-
I would want my kids to be in shape.
What would you do if your kids were fat?
I would just make sure that they're eating right. Try to take them on walks just to be healthy, not to make them lose weight though.
What I do, these people not even see the contradiction that they just constantly contradict themselves, especially those two girls. They just went back and forth the whole time, like obese is healthy, obese is not healthy. I would let my kid be obese. I wouldn't let my kid be obese. Blah, 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 blah. They went back and forth the whole fucking time. How in the fuck do you not catch yourself being, is it hypocritical or contradictive? I'm not a scholar, but I know it's one of those two words. I just don't see how people can walk around saying something and then in the next sentence say something that is completely opposite to what the fuck they just said, and then not feel any type of ignorance by saying it. But anyways, that's gonna be the end of that video. Please leave a like if you've got anything to say about the video. Let me know down below. You know I read every single comment, and if you fuck with your boy, will you please give me a subscription? With that said, deuces.
Probably catch a PV, probably tell me drop, little nigga come see me. Little niggas watch me like I'm TV. I'm a heavy hitter, you little niggas peewees. Drive right past, act like I don't see him. I know we telling, don't know why we beefing. 40 stripping naked like that nigga streaking. Real niggas talking, don't know why you speaking. Yeah, real niggas all in the room. It's just me, Blake Taz.